So I'm not knocking her, but she might want to just, review what she would have mentioned. It's not entirely accurate.
But what really me is the fact that she say it sounds like Chat GPT, and she check it and it is Chat GPT, but then she's now claiming it as the GLP manifesto and an Andrew Wellness manifesto. So is it that she's confessing that what they have been doing all this time is using Chat GPT?
But using ChatGPT, nothing is entirely wrong, It's a model to assist,
Yeah.
Because if you look at the core of what the manifesto is about, it cannot be that ChatGPT do everything for them. No.
No. But listen, I have ideas in the manifesto.
Right.
I know a whole heap of people where them ideas in the manifesto. The party did a lot of consultation and find out the things that people want the party to do if we form government. And those are the things that are in the manifesto.
But it's clear, Mr. Bell, because come on now. If you would have most persons, if they have read the manifesto, they can identify with most of the things that came up.
Of course.
So it cannot be that some generic language model come up with some of these things that really identified with the core issues of Jamaicans.
All right. You hear Denishka Williams spoke about the culture and the creative industry. Who are telling a long time said the industry value $3 trillion.
Well, me how is here on that,
Exactly. So that's why I'm telling you that I have ideas in the manifesto. Whole heap of people have them ideas in the manifesto. Damian Crawford education ideas are not new. He has been articulating those vision for education for years. From him East Rural till him come at East Portland. And him not talk about all of them because Damian used to talk about a thing named Mommy and Me. When you talk about the extra classes, when basically at the two hours on the school day. A long time Damian not talk about them thing there.
I think it's just smoke and mirrors though, and intellectual dishonesty, if you ask me.
Listen.
The manifesto is too good.
Yes.
Yes. I'm not PNRJ, no. I'm just being honest here. The manifesto is too good, and what they probably never foresaw, that they would have given the manifesto strength by countering it with a so-called press conference.
Me say, can you believe that? The people have a press conference to discuss the manifesto.
Yes, I've never seen that.
Stay tuned. I get a sharpening up to go to Ralston. Let me take one more call and then I go to Ralston. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Colin.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, man. Thanks to be here.
Yes.
The thing about it is, for me, I believe that the PNP is moving too soft on the JLP.
Moving too soft?
To tell you the truth.
In terms of what?
I think we have a lot of ammunition to clobber the JLP with.
No, man, the gloves are off now, it's clobbering time.
No, I'm not seeing that, man. I want to see the clobbering because the thing about it is, I see the JLP bring out a book of...
Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the ways of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law do we meditate day and night. For we shall be like trees planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth our fruit in our season. Our leaves shall not wither, and whatsoever we do shall prosper. The ungodly, they are not so. They are like a shaft which the wind driveth away. But we leave in the ungodly on their own. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show, live on Caribbean HD. Yes, we are live on Caribbean Radio. 97.9 HD4 Caribbean Radio. Colin Bell is my name. Some people call me Shaka Fame. Straight from out of Portland, Jamaica. This evening, we are coming to you from the studios of Portland Spice TV. That's where we are. In the capital city of Port Antonio, Jamaica. Right here in the West Indies. Reaching out across Florida. Reaching out across the entire globe. Yeah, man. And I'm all over, so you can find me. My YouTube channel is Portland Spice TV at YouTube. please give me a subscription. Or there's my TikTok page, Shaka Fame at TikTok. Give me a follow now, please and thank you. Yeah, we're creating a community. But the platform this evening, Caribbean Radio, 97.9 HD4. Talk about quality radio across Florida, where we have the largest span that is covered by any radio station in Florida, any one radio station. So from Miami almost, well, we don't get into Jacksonville, but we are very close to Jacksonville. What I'm saying, Spanish River Bridge, something like that. Yes, the numbers this evening, 876-804-7072. That is a straight Jamaican number. You can call me on WhatsApp. You can send me a message. Or Caribbean Radio, 97.9 HD4, 305-654-7944. We make it again? 305-654-7944. We're not taking any calls now, though. This evening is the evening after nomination day in Jamaica. So if you're following Jamaican politics, and for those of us who are here in Jamaica, nomination day, 183 or 187 persons were nominated yesterday. 63 by the JLP, 63 by the PNP. And news reaching us yesterday is that almost the JLP missed one, but I hear that it was covered just in time. Just in time it was covered. And of course, we want to say thanks to everybody who went out yesterday and nominate their candidate. Hold the line. Nominate their candidate. And for the most part, the nomination was incident-free. And I want to thank Jamaica for showing a level of maturity. Thank you, Jamaicans, for showing a level of maturity, even though I think that there were some lapses, even in my local where I was located yesterday. I did not like the fact that the police allow is the right word. The police allow the JLP to drive through where the PNP was congregated after the nomination. And we must be able to do better as it relates to our coordination. You know, we can't keep testing the maturity. We must shun the very appearance of evil. Avoid any chance of any violence taking place or anything like that. So we should be careful. Yeah, so Dan Henderson, the RGR Gleaner Communication Group, and let me just say to the caller that, just hold for me. There are some things that we have to clear, update the world. Dan Henderson, RGR Gleaner Communication Group, the largest media corporation in Jamaica. They asked Dan Henderson, the #1 pollster in Jamaica, to go out and do a poll. Because you know election are come and polls are all over. Dan Henderson said the favorability of the party, the GLP, is what? 5% favorability rating. And the leaders, well, when you calculate the poll, Mark Golding is leading Andrew Holness by 8% in the favorability rating. 8%. I think they said that Andrew Holness is at 41%. People say have a favorable view of him. I think Mark Golding, 40 point something percent. Mark Golding is at 38%. And the unfavorability rating, the Prime Minister is at 37%, and Mark is at about 27%. have the clips, I'm going to play them for you. But the net, when you net it out, favorable and favorable, add up and subtract. Mark Golding is at 12%, while Andrew Holness is at 4%. So a +4 and a +12. Saturday morning, we did a show, or Saturday morning show, because we have a show every Saturday morning as well on YouTube. That's where Portland Spice TV is at. And we interviewed Ralston Hyman. And I have to play some things from that interview. And if you want to watch the interview, please go on my YouTube channel. You can watch it there. But hear me, my people. Hear me. I have 2 clips for you now that I go and play.
Issued a note of caution concerning the ongoing wage negotiations.
Hold on. Not that clip yet. I'm going to play that clip. But I want to play the one that I was talking about before. This one.
In political parties are crisscrossing the country to woo voters ahead of the September 3 general election. But the latest Don Anderson RJ Arglina national poll shows Jamaicans are almost evenly split in their views of the two parties. More in this report from Romardo Lance.
Over the past few weeks, the ruling Jamaica Labour Party and the opposition People's National Party have been holding major rallies to drum up support for their bid to form the next government. Head of Market Research Services Don Anderson.
Hold on.
The latest survey found that 40.6% of respondents had a favorable view of the Jamaica Labour Party, while 40.5% expressed an unfavorable opinion. At the same time, 35.4% view the People's National Party favorably, with 30.9% holding an unfavorable view. As it relates to the leaders, Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness has a 41% favorability rating, slightly ahead of opposition leader Mark Golding's 38.5%. But in June 2025, Dr. Holness was viewed favorably by 38% of respondents, while Mr. Golding's favorability rating was 30%, suggesting the gap has narrowed over the past 2 months. According to the survey, Dr. Holness carries a significantly higher unfavorability rating at 37%, a concern one analyst links to the ongoing issues with the Integrity Commission. Mark Golding's unfavorability rating stands at 27%. Pollster Don Anderson describes Dr. Holness's edge in favorability as negligible, pointing out that when both favorable and unfavorable ratings are weighed, Dr. Holness has a net favorability of +4% compared to Mr. Golding's +12%. And in an interview with the Sunday Gleaner, Professor of Political and Social Psychology at the University of the West Indies, Mona, Dr. Christopher Charles, argued that Dr. Holness and the JLP should be worried about the latest survey results. He points out that despite the flurry of policy announcements since January this year, and the many touted achievements since 2020, Dr. Holness is only 2 percentage points ahead of Mr. Golding in terms of favorability. The university professor says the data amount to an impressive showing by Mr. Golding, which should redound to the advantage of the PNP and are likely to be evident in the poll findings and party standing. Romardo Lyons, Radio Jamaica News.
Some people, that is what a go on world, and what a go on. Substance over hype. Substance over hype. And there are some things that this Prime Minister is saying that me really now understand. I think Damian might say it like joke, but you must also remember that the former chairman of the Integrity Commission saying that these people are drinking something in the parliament. But I believe, and I will say it here now, that the Andrew Holness-led GLP administration, they are drunk. And Damian, it's not the rum. They are drunk on power. And greed will turn you into a stupid person. Greed. I can tell you that. I have watched people who show this level of greed just fall to pieces, because the greed take away all logical thinking from them, all fairness and all honesty gone when greed controls you. That you could have looked at bright Jamaicans and tell them that 110 old bus costs $1.4 billion. And also follow up that by saying it is the best single thing to happen to rural Jamaica. Is junk on a junk on power, and greed has taken over all of you. Yeah, man. It's not blood I run through the man, them are greed. I run through the man, them. Selfishness. Selfishness. That you are of the opinion that whatever you do, once you say this is how it is, people must believe you. And labor rights. May I ask you, man, just all the meds and close your eyes in your private space and tell yourself that a PNP government has done all these things that the GLP government has done. And tell me, or tell yourself how you would respond. This is about Jamaica. And the GLP said to us, choose Jamaica. And I am fully endorsing that choose Jamaica slogan. But what does it mean to choose Jamaica? What does it mean to choose Jamaica? Land of my birth, I pledge to be loyal, faithful, true to thee. That's what it means to choose Jamaica. And then you must now ask, have this government been true to us? Because we are Jamaica, you know. The people are we are Jamaica. Someone bring back the idea of them consciousness. To see that what is happening here, these things are wrong. They think we weak, but we hillsmen strong. Rouse up yourself, Jamaicans, and let's march to the polling station and defend our right to claim our right in our own native land. Those were words from a poem called Ballad of 65 by Alma Norman. That poem that says the roads are rocky and the hills are steep. The muck scratches and the gullies deep. The town is far. News travels slow. But the mountain men had far to go. Paul Bogle took up his cutlass at Stony Gut and looked at the small heap of food he got. He shook his head and his thought were sad. He said, you can walk like a mule, but the crop's still bad. Jamaicans, we have been tightening our belt. But our leaders have been letting us down. And here we are with a set of leaders that have failed us, even just by their definition. They have failed us. And what hurts most, Brother Lee Croft, Lorraine, what hurt most is to see some Jamaicans just sucking up the false narrative and hugging on to it. Sucking up the false narrative. By choosing Jamaica, we must ensure that we claim all our rights. The 110 old buses are ours. And a Darrell bus. And a Andrew bus. They were bought with our money. Our $1.4 billion. Some might are mine, some might are yours. And you try to tell me that you are comfortable with the value for your money. I am not. And if people vex with me for that, so be it. Vex all you want. Vex all you want. I am not comfortable that my prime minister tells criminals they can find them. And they have not found the man who murdered the late member of parliament for East Portland, Dr. Linville Bloomfield. They have not found that man. A man was charged. But we need to ask the police how many DNA samples were taken from the crime scene. How many DNA samples were taken from the crime scene of the murder of the late member of parliament, Dr. Linville Bloomfield, former member of parliament for Eastern Portland. And I will always remind you that I was there with him. In fact, I was the person who instigated the march. It was my idea to march from Fairy Hill into Port Antonio in protest of the delayed start of the Southern Coastal Highway. That's what we marched for, because we lobbied for that road. Yes. And when he came to Port Antonio, he made a powerful speech. And the people of East Portland, the sentiment was that it's the first time they hear him sound like a politician. That was the Monday. The Saturday morning, I was doing my show on Styles FM. And the Dr. Maurice guy, the outgoing member of parliament for Central St. Mary, called my phone and said, you hear anything about Doc? And I said, no. Say, you hear that he had an accident? I said, you heard that he died? And I said, it was there a motor vehicle accident. We got the answer. When you choose Jamaica, when you tell us that $2 billion could do Cornwall Regional. Cornwall Regional is the third of 3 Type A hospitals on the island. Only 3 Type A hospitals we have in Jamaica. The Kingston Public Hospital, the University Hospital of the West Indies, and the Cornwall Regional Hospital. You told us that $2 billion would refurbish it. And now we're talking about $23 billion. I warn you, and I've told you all right here, that the Jamaican economy is not in a good place. And that the Prime Minister of Jamaica is not telling us the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth about the economy. And I bet anybody, if they never crash the economy, they wouldn't be offering teachers 0% in year 1. But there's no money. But when we talk, we don't believe we. I want to play one more clip before I take any calls. Listen to this.
Concerning the ongoing wage negotiations issued a note of caution concerning the ongoing wage negotiations for public sector workers. Dr. Holness, addressing a JLP St. Thomas Parish meeting last night, urged Jamaicans not to fall victim to what he describes as the many promises being thrown at them by the People's National Party. According to Dr. Holness, Jamaicans must take note that for the last 50 years, successive governments have been financing the country's development via debt. The JLP leader said this has led to many problems, leaving the country vulnerable and exposed to changes in the global economy. He added that borrowing and not using money wisely makes the problem much worse, as bad investments will lead to major challenges. Dr. Holness says the JLP administration inherited a debt of around 130% of GDP. He said since then, the economy has seen major improvements.
When we took over the economy, the country, the society, 10 years ago, unemployment was somewhere in the region of 13%, meaning 13 in 100 persons who are looking for a job couldn't find job. You know what the unemployment rate is today? It is now 3.3%. Only 3 persons in every 100 that is looking for a job can't find a job. It is a different Jamaica today than what it was before. It is a better Jamaica today than what it was before.
JLP leader Dr. Andrew Holness says his administration is committed to improving the welfare of all public servants. In contrast, he likened the PNP's promises to a wrecking ball.
This country made a huge sacrifice 10 years ago to break from fiscal recklessness. And it hurts my heart to see the PNP try to reintroduce fiscal recklessness through its various promises which do not make any sense. All it is going to do is make you feel good and jump up. And then when the reality strikes, our teachers and nurses and all our public sector workers, it is my intention, not just my wish, to see that you can be guaranteed increases in your pay without compromising the economy.
JLP leader Dr. Andrew Holness. Opposition finance spokesman.
Well, a whole heap of people are called. A whole heap of people are called. But I have to deal with all of them issues, right? So I see, when you talk about fiscal recklessness, the most fiscally irresponsible period in Jamaica history was 2007 to 2011. Good evening, caller. Welcome to Caribbean Radio, 97.9 HD4.
Yes, good evening, Sir Bell.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
You know, me I beg you 2 favors. And please, me I beg you, because right now, this one I can't get out of the group away. And yesterday, electoral office, me ask the item if the item can try to see if they can get you out of the Prime Minister office.
Dread, hold on. You're wasting time. That now going to happen before the election.
So what, when call already, you know?
Eh?
When call already, you know?
What?
Quite a while now, when call and all, no more.
But we can't do it. We can't.
All right.
Hold on. When we take back government,
yeah,
then we can take out whatever.
All right. Me get you. Me understand. But me know, say me not much to say, and me like me can next man can call and put in for them piece.
Yeah, but that way you are talking about not going to happen.
All right, the peacekeeper them.
Hold on.
We're like, oh.
Hold on. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Caribbean Radio HD.
Yes, Colin.
Yes, Marsh.
How you doing?
Me there, man. Wagwan.
The last clip where you play a while ago, you know.
Yeah.
I think I said it on your program already. It's an Andrew Wellness was in the act of ventriloquism, you know.
Of what?
In the act of ventriloquism.
What is that, Marsh?
Okay, ventriloquism is like you're talking from one place and the sound coming from somewhere else. So it's ventriloquist. And they're doing it ventriloquism. No, Andrew Wellness was talking perhaps from his mouth, but the sound coming from somewhere around there.
Why? Hold on there, Comrade Bell. Have you heard the news on the Ministry of Finance and JTA? Hold on. Sam is asking if I have heard the news on the Ministry of Finance, and me no hear nothing happen. But continue, Mash.
Yes, yes. While he was talking, it sounded like he talking from his mouth, but it was coming from behind him.
Mash, calm down. Calm down.
Yes, because listen, when talk about increase with the teachers and that, you realize when really I said, you realize what just happened? And then when I'm talking about employment, is one time in Jamaica, we did have 100% employment.
And that was under slavery.
And that was during slavery. But I want to point out to Andrew that time, when it's slavery, the slave master find food give people, and find place give them to live, and find clothes and all of them things there. So you never did have any expense. So you just go work.
Definitely.
No, under wellness administration, it's worse than slave because you're working, you can't find fare, you can't find food, you cannot pay rent, you can't do nothing. So it's like slavery. So when you're talking about employment, the minimum wage thing there, and some of who them are calculating at the employment slave. Not supposed to be, it should not be.
It is not a new thing, Marsh, for who is
I know,
in there.
and I won't blame it, and that's why I said them, That's why I said them, because the PNP do it too. But this thing must cut out where you see a man out the road, a white windscreen, and you see somebody with one little tray sitting and sell 2 cigarettes, and you count him in it. It must not be. If it stop, it's full time now.
No,
foolishness.
You can't
big
count
time
him.
Foolishness.
Hold on. You can count him. But where I have a concern is the man who say, I look no work, come and I work for them money there. And you don't count him.
Well. But the other side about it now, you talk, Andrew, when it's talking about employment. The minimum wage earner them can go pay them for one of them 40 million house there.
Pay them for which house, man.
But yet you have big up say you give them work. What they can achieve from it, further than borrow fear from somebody else to go work come Monday morning and owe a lunch bill at the end of the week because you cannot pay fear and eat a decent lunch. You can't do it.
Marsh, me hear the Prime Minister talk about fiscal recklessness.
God have his mercy.
Who is he talking to? Is he referring to himself? Because he was he was a senior man.
And then them a call Mark Golden security.
Hold on there. Sorry about that, Marsh. He was a senior part of the most reckless part of Jamaica's history when it comes to the finance.
The leader of opposition business in the house, Andrew Wellness, he was.
Yeah.
Right? We remember clearly. We are not stupid. We remember, and the rest of the world shut we down because what Audley Shaw and Andrew Wellness have to take some of the blame. And Bruce Golden, thank God me see a man like him come to his senses now. Right? Them did it and wreck the economy. And we in that same position right now. We in that position now. People think for themselves now. If the government, if the economy was good, you think on the eve of an election, the government would be a grant the teachers, nurses, and police 0%? You think they would? They would have glad to give them some sweetener. Right now, the country is a broke country. And the PNP is going to have a problem, and the JLP, see want to get up and celebrate. They bring the economy to the edge of the cliff. And then surrender. That's what they have done. We are in big, big trouble. Yeah. Mighty God. Yeah. The economy is in big. And Colin, let's not forget this. We talk about the old bus and the 1.4 billion. Don't forget, after the bus then comes with that the breed of money, we have to find another $30 million them send out to go buy tire put on the bus to them. Yes. The only other bus that's come to Jamaica that survived longer than those buses is Christopher Columbus. Because the name, and not only the name less. Because if them did buy 100 coaster bus for the first, let's say 3 months, you see, the only thing they would need to put on the bus is gas.
Is diesel.
And diesel. That's the only thing you'd have put in there.
Listen,
and
Marsh.
Puncture something we can happen. So
Marsh.
maybe you can puncture along the way. You'd not to spend all the money.
No other bus have come to Jamaica so far that has shown the durability that the Toyota coasters have shown.
That's a fact.
Them not make specifically a school bus, but at them we've been using. Hold on, Marsh.
Yeah.
876-804-7072.
Good evening, Colin. How are you doing?
Hold on, Junior, coming right back to you. Yeah, Marsh. No other bus.
No.
Yeah? So
know?
the Toyota coasters have been tested and proven, and them go everywhere at Jamaica.
That is true.
So, me not see where some people are talking about. And when you buy a new coaster, Marsh, you get 4 years servicing and 4 years warranty from the supplier. Why wouldn't we buy that over buy 110 old bus that we are now sure that we were robbed at least $750 million?
Exactly.
And you want to tell me say you choose Jamaica?
Them people that take with the idiot. And they come in, you know something. Hey, then again, let's look for something. I make we fools. Because they want to roll out school bus the morning after before the election I go call. I go take place the day after the day after election.
So they will roll out the bus them Monday morning.
Yes.
But I am saying to the people of Jamaica, school need to just open on the 8th and done.
Instead of keep up this is
a government of confusion. And anytime you have nobody at work for you, Marsh, and and they are trying to confuse you, you know say them are rob you.
Then we're just clear as that. Yes. Yes. Colin, it's sick to talk about this.
Sorry about that, Marsh. I had to take that call at Caribbean Radio. We have a dropout in the stream at Caribbean Radio. So I was just talking to the engineer over there. So them started.
Well, let me tell you, it soon be over. It soon be over. Based on what I see yesterday, and you say something this morning, and me I say it again, me I join with you. Make the tour return full. East and West St. Thomas, no seat for the JLP. East and West Portland, no seat for the JLP. Right? South East St. Mary, Central St. Mary, and Western St. Mary, there will be no seat for the Jamaica Labour Party.
Later,
Marsh. We not got Westmoreland where they not get none, you know.
Later.
We not got Trillion and over where they not
get
none.
Later, Marshall, later. Junior.
Yeah, Wagwan.
Welcome to Portland Spice TV. YouTube will live and kicking.
All right. But we look back on some figures, right?
Yes.
If the amount of money was in circulation, a contract for what was out there last year, that must give you a message about the economy, right?
Yes. $17 billion less, bro.
If the GCT that should have been collected is diminishing, that should tell you something about the economy, don't?
Then you know, your Ralston tell you a morning, brother. Say one of the problem is that we're getting less tax revenue than was projected for. So I bust the budget we read where they are busting, you know.
Right. But Colin, if the amount of revenue where you collect from GCT is less, that is telling you exactly what is going on with the economy, you know. Consumption must be less because DCT is related directly to consumption.
Go ahead, continue, Judah. Go on, talk.
Yeah, DCT is directly connected to consumption. So once you see consumption going down, you know exactly something wrong. The other thing, why your friends always so disingenuous? Yeah. Yeah, man. Why is it that your friend is always so disingenuous? The man quote a figure. The man said when he took over the country, the debt to GDP was 120%. Why never tell us where it came from? Because it was 140% when we got it in 2011, you know, 2012, you know. But
Junior, the Prime Minister tell lie, you know. The Prime Minister said it was, what, 130?
No, it's a 120, I think. 120. Right.
A lie from the Peter L.
The other thing, too.
It was 113% when they got it in 2016.
And the other figure, too, remember, you know, that when we got the country in 2012, poverty was 30%, you know.
And it was
why no one tell me
hold
that?
on. And the debt to GDP was 140%.
And the NIR was 1 billion. The NIR was 1 billion. Is we carry it up back? Why no boast about them figure they want to get when they take over the country? You know how Andrew lie, Colin?
Yeah.
You know how Andrew lie, Pat Hill and left? Remember, I know. How could you be boasting that you're going to grow the economy by 5% in 4 years and yet the economy was
so bad when you get it? That's it, Junior. It was
you can imagine somebody lie so. That's why me have to take back one of my arguments then from my friend Crawford, you know.
Yeah.
I take on my line. I'm going to take back 3 more now, one by one, them going to jail.
One by one, they go into jail. Wait, say, are you him take a craving here from Don?
Yeah, man. Mr. Colin, when me hear the line Sunday night, we have no Sue Crawford coming up off that bed and laughing. But in all seriousness, though, when you listen to the Prime Minister, right?
Yeah.
And then you remember, you know, a lot of people who are backing the garbage, what I'm saying, you know. Because when nobody don't contradict him, them agree with him.
Yes.
And when nobody don't question him incompetence, them agree with him. Because it is so unfair. He was saying the other day, him inherits the policies from the previous government. His continuity, he was saying. And now in turn around now, when he wreck the economy now, to blame the PMP, say him get the country in a bad state. So how you can boast of say you can go with 5 in 4, and yet it's bad. We can't understand how the man talk. Mr. Andrew lie, and he don't remember what he said.
I tell you, every time, you know, that anytime you hear Andrew say something about the PNP, just check him record, and he's talking about himself. I tell you that. Just check him record. And when you check him record, you'll realize that he's referring to himself.
But if so like that, I wonder the only family member can like him out his mother. It's all lie, man.
But
anyway, Colin, we're going to go back to class. We talk.
Little more.
Yeah, man, cool.
I want to play a clip that from Saturday morning with Ralston Iman telling you about that yeah, check it now. No.
Is when she said the man don't know about fiscal policy, and this is something we have to remind the country about again.
Yes.
If we want to talk about people who don't understand fiscal policy, we can go back to 2007 to 2012. The first time in the history of Jamaica that Jamaica has ever been locked out of the international capital markets is under JLP administration between 2007 and 2012. And who restored it? The man who doesn't understand fiscal policy.
So could we classify that period as the most fiscally irresponsible period in our history
of Jamaica? Yeah, of course. That's why they don't want to talk about it. Then pretend like 2007 and 2012 never exist.
No, but hold on. There are some labor rights who are saying that the fiscal discipline mechanism started under Bruce Golding. What did Bruce Golding put in place?
All right, let me go to it. All right, let me go to it and go to it to let the people understand.
Yes.
In 2007, the man who said them say the worst finance minister, when him leave, hear what the stats was. The debt come down from 262% under JLP government led by Mr. Siaga in 1989 to 115% despite FinSAC, which added 140 billion or 40% to the debt. The poverty was 9.9%. Unemployment was 9%. That was the last time the Jamaican economy grew by 3%. The net international reserves moved from minus 500 million under Mr. Siaga to $2.4 billion underneath him. Yeah? And that's the first time we ever successfully navigated an IMF test. Then take over. The Great Recession started in the last quarter of 2007. Hardly Shaw, Ed Bartlett tell Jamaica people say it will help Jamaica. Then take 2 years before them got to the IMF. Yeah? Them never get an IMF agreement until the 2nd of February 2010 because they never know what to do. And when them got the IMF, them never know which agreement to take. Them take a standby agreement, 27 months, rather than an extended fund facility which lasts for 48 months. And all of the things them with them, the man them give the money up front because it was an emergency. All of the things them with them tell the man them say them about do them never do it. Peter Phillips and Portia for come do it. Yeah? We never get an agreement till 2013. Yeah? When Peter Phillips leave, the budget was balanced. You follow me? The debt come down from 147% to 121%. Follow that?
Yes.
Yeah. And while we were passing the IMF test, Favor Williams had been ill and hardly Shaw said, all we had to pass IMF test and now pass the people's test. Yeah? So I remind Jamaica about that because them pretend like so that never happened. So
welcome back to Caribbean Radio, 97.9 HD4. Don't know what went wrong a while ago, but something went wrong. You know how technology is these days. But we lost our feed to Caribbean Radio. We are back on Caribbean Radio right now. Yeah, man. So when we tell you that the Jamaican economy in trouble is no joke. Caller, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Sir Bell, big up. Where go on?
Me there. Where you say?
What is the top industry in the country right now?
The top industry?
Yeah.
The tourist industry.
Would you say it is tourism?
Well, that's what I would that is what first jump out at me.
All right. So tourism are the top industry in the country.
But agriculture I think employ the most people.
All right. What kind of bus you use and carry the tourism on come here?
A coaster. There are a few coaches, but a coaster.
All right. I am an owner of a 2024 coaster. I get it November 2023.
Yes.
But in the tourism industry, June time I do with it.
Yes.
And November I come 2 years now. I never change a tire on it yet.
You not change a what?
Me never change a tire. Not in the this part them I touch it.
Hold on. Hey. You say you own a 2024 coaster.
We get it November 2023.
So November 2024 is 1 year. And you're close to November 2025, which would be 2 years.
I never change a tire. I have 40,000 kilometers on it right now. I never touch this pad yet.
You're not change no this pad, and you're not change no tire. All right,
and
people. Let's say
it's a working bus.
Let's say the school bus are gonna work a little harder than you, which might not even be so. Because the school bus can do more than 2 trips in the morning and 2 in the evening. And the school bus now run no far distant or shouldn't be running any far distant. And you run some far distant as Juta.
Yes.
So let's say we get a year out of the tire them. We buy these buses and immediately we have to be changing all the tires because I have information that they carry them to the Island Traffic Authority and the Island Traffic Authority did not issue fitness for a lot of them because of tires. So you agree with me that the coasters are the best buses that have come to Jamaica so far?
My boss, up to this man, we have that conversation. The man, a lot of coaster man have that conversation. Up to this morning.
Listen.
We all know that, you know. We know, you know. But some people just don't want to admit it. If when the tourists them come to Jamaica with them a coaster carry them, we don't can use them carry the kids them too.
But what carry the most passengers at Jamaica?
A coaster.
What carry the most Jamaican passenger? The same coaster bus them we have some people I will tell you about. Coaster and a school bus. What carry the pitney them for the last 30 years? And a coaster carry them for the last 30 years.
Of course.
Now, my brother, let me tell you this. The man them buy some old bus because somebody had to steal half of the money. Yeah? Half of that money gone in a somebody pocket and some people are going like them are idiot, like them don't want to see that.
Joke thing. Take care of yourself, brother.
Thanks for your call, my brother. You hear the man say? Man say him have a coaster. 2 years now him buy it brand new. Him not change no tire yet. A Juta work him do with it. So it now run robot. But you would have compare it on the same kind of work that the school bus going to do. And they rob with money. And I go tell we say are the best value. And people are going like say we are idiot. No go so. There are those of us who are critical thinkers. And when something good, we see it. Right now, we are broadcast on Caribbean Radio. 97.9 HD4. Right across Florida. And you all know the school bus them did there. All of you know say, after a certain amount of miles and a certain amount of years, you park the bus them. Yeah? The city park the bus them or the state. And the buses are out for sale. My government buy a 110 old bus with $1.4 billion. Why should the government be buying old bus? Just to rob us. They bought the old bus just to rob us. And you have Jamaicans who are talking about they are choosing Jamaica. And agree for the man them rob we. 876-804-7072 305-654-7944 Caribbean Radio HD. Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Bell.
Yes, Sam. Wagwan.
Yeah, tell me 3 things you take from yesterday, the nomination day.
3 things?
Yeah.
3 things what me take from yesterday.
Yeah, across the island.
PNP them look confident. The PNP supporters are more jubilant.
Yeah.
The Prime Minister looks a bit subdued to me.
Yeah.
When I saw him talking yesterday. So those are 3 of the things that I take. I never think about it that way, but me think time
you
come.
tell my 3 things me take away.
Tell me.
1, there's so much people unemployed. 2, there's so much people turn against the Jamaica Labour Party that they can leave their work and come support their candidate. 3 things, they will have one of the largest turnout in the general election.
You think it's going to be a big turnout?
Yeah, yes, and I've been involved in politics from 1975. I first voted in 1976 for Yusuf, right?
Mm.
And I've seen many many nomination day, and I never see
So
this
much
type
people,
of turnout
so much people in the
with their
street
candidate.
supporting both parties.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm saying either some people are unemployed and they have no work to go, or them take time off on their work to send a signal what is to come in the turnout of the general election.
In my discussions with Ralstonheim on Saturday morning, 245,000 people. I sell rag, I sell shamai, I sell little things on the road. 300,000 Jamaicans are employed in a supermarket, throwing boxes and cashing. And then you have another 50,000 Jamaicans who are underemployed.
I take your constituency, East Portland. Can you remember you ever see a turnout like that on any nomination day?
Well, when we had the by-election, but no other regular election. The by-election, the nomination day was massive. Crazy amount of people. But then you had people from right across Jamaica.
Who turn out right.
But this one, yeah, massive. Everywhere.
All right.
Everywhere, Joe.
You're supposed to know a lot of the people them.
Yeah.
You're supposed to know a lot of the people them. In your opinion, do you have a large turnout of people don't go to work and come support their candidate? In your opinion?
Listen, I know that a lot of people are not working because also with that figure that I give you, there's about 350,000 Jamaicans who should be employed who say that they are not looking for work. Over 350,000 not looking for work. And one of the reasons why they're not looking for work is because they are saying that the salary can't match up. I don't know if you heard an interview with Andrew Willis. I was about to cut it off when we drop off from Caribbean Radio. Where he's saying that they did their poll. And in the top 5 things that Jamaica having problem with is unemployment. Unemployment.
So you see my point, Mr. Bess?
Yeah. Yeah.
So the turnout could trigger people unemployed.
People are unemployed. And a lot of people, and some of the people who even they are employed don't put value to the job because the job now really put them nowhere. So them just decide not to go to work.
So so my 3 point is valid then.
Me just hear one. Where the other one? Me just hear the one where is, well, is all of them matched together?
All of them.
So many people unemployed who were able to go out there.
Right. Some of them
sending
take
a message.
Time off from work.
To send a message. Some of them take time off from work to send a message.
Right. So you could have a large turnout of voters.
Lisa is saying when KFC had the 2-for-1 combo, that showed to that much people are unemployed. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yes. Yes, brother. Right. That's all.
So you can look at these things and say, what the government is saying is not real.
Yeah, man. Where to go? And that's what I say. If you're choosing Jamaica, you have to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You have to be honest. And the PNP anthem speaks to it, you know. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's one thing me can tell you. Me, based on what I see, can I remember now, a lot of these MP cannot leave their constituency, go run over, say go Portland,
hey, but you know, you're the man who run against the Prime Minister, say I'm going to beat him. The man who is running against the Prime Minister is so confident. And when me I tell you from where you sip on the news. Me I tell you from inside discussion, brother Watto. The man who run against the Prime Minister is so confident, Marcia, that the man says he's going to beat him.
I know about that era. the one of the councillor, who had been backbone, die. The second strong councillor is in Clarendon.
I go run a Clarendon. And then his third councillor is a PNP.
Right. And the fourth one, a lot of the bad man them usually think dead.
Well, Sam.
So the people, the intimidate of the people is limited now, so people have their freedom.
We talk here.
Right? Yes, yeah, so and next thing, Mr. Bell,
yeah.
I want you to call and the Commissioner of Police to make sure the police and not politicking on election day.
All right, my brother. We get the call. We're going to take our next call.
You hear what happened to Mr. Peter King in East Rural St. Andrew?
No, I never hear that. Hold on, Sam. Hold on. 876-804-7072. Welcome to Caribbean Radio 97.9 HD4.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Colin, good evening.
Good evening, my brother.
How are you doing? I'm calling from Southwest St. Elizabeth.
Southwest St. Elizabeth. I want to run on this again. Tell me.
Miranda and the great
Floyd
Minister
Green.
of Agriculture.
Floyd Green.
Yesterday I said something happened, my brother. I could never ever believe.
What was that?
They are the first person come up to nominate.
Who that? Floyd Green?
Floyd Green. And they should leave the Black River area. Right? Miranda was coming from over the bridge with a crowd, you know. And then you have the Brompton division. So Miranda will be coming with the Pedro plane and the mountainside. Then the Brompton will be coming from Brompton, and then the Black River division crowd will be in the Black River Center waiting on Miranda.
Yeah.
And then when they finish nominating, they was circling the town. And when we said, we told my candidate can't come yet. Miranda, the man them black up over the bridge, you know, man. Black the road, you know. When I say black the road, I mean say them, you know, jam up the road that our candidate couldn't come over.
Yeah.
She have to come out of the vehicle, you know. And then walk. I don't know if you know, I don't know if you know Black River that. You know? You know, when they say over the bridge, you know.
I have an idea. I know Black River, but not very well. But I know the town.
You know where the bridge is?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're coming from over the bridge. Miranda, we was in
So Miranda Miranda will be coming from what? White House side?
No man, they were coming from over the bridge, over mountainside, Peter Plain.
Yeah.
Yes. Right? And then we would in the Black River, we was on Brigade Street, right? There's where the office is. We assemble. And then you have Brompton coming from White House and then we say right?
Yeah.
So the councillor, Buchanan come down with his crowd, and then you have someone.
Yeah, man, but tell you what happened. You take a whole heap of time to tell you what. Tell you what happened.
All right. So when I come over them black police, I forgot they go get the lady. That's the lady could come up to come.
But I know they normally have a meeting with both sides, and the things that should be discussed in that meeting is who is going to do what and when. So I don't understand what you're talking about.
Well, when I see what happened, I tell you, you know. And then anyway, she come through, and then, you know, I just a fraction of the crowd, you see. Because over the bridge jam up same way and the town jam up and but thank God, Miranda, and I can tell Jamaica, so Floyd Green have a whole heap of deported crowd. People from town have come down to go and help his crowd. But
what that
Miranda,
mean?
solid.
What that mean? Because analyze.
I mean people from all different places, Lacovia, all over, come down, come help Floyd Green to nominate.
Yeah, but they can vote. They can vote election day. Is the vote on election day that counts, you know?
No man, Miranda have him locked, man. I tell you, Miranda have him locked.
It's a Miranda have him locked.
Yes, man. And gone, man. Just like how we did send home Tufton. Yeah, man. He might go home, man. He might go home, man. You know that.
Well,
you know.
Let's see.
I
The
like the two of me about Portland.
Yes, man.
Honestly.
All right, my brother. Enough respect here. Give thanks.
Bless up, man. Bless up. Continue to go to work here, sir.
Yeah, man. Somebody's saying that Mr. Peter King had to get a ride on a bike to go nominate. because Juliet and her people them block the road. Wow. You see, the planning them have to do better. As I said, when I just came on this evening, that I saw the GLP going through the PNP crowd here in East Portland. And I don't think that should have happened. The police need to be more assertive in how the nomination days run. When you nominate first, go to a certain area of the constituency, and then who nominate next go to the other area of the constituency. You should be crossing path with so much people and so much people drink rum and all of that. Anything can happen. So we have to avoid certain things. An ounce of prevention is better than 1,000 pounds of cure. So we have to know what we are doing. Welcome to Caribbean Radio HD 97.9 HD4. Go ahead, caller.
Good evening, Father.
Welcome.
I'm here to respect. Is that seriously? I'll just gone, man. And slowly gone, brother.
Hold on, I hear you good.
It's a slowly gone home, to man. Slowly gone home.
Slowly, who has sent home slowly?
Zelika Jess.
Zelika Jess. The little dynamo.
Yeah, man.
Serious woman, you know?
Bad, man. No, man.
Well, that seat is a seat that the PNP normally win, and if the PNP, any party that is going to form government, we have to win that seat.
Yeah. Size green seat and them cheese seat there. And them always there, man. Them cheese seat there. So, I win. And we know some of them are going to win, man. Spanish town, man.
Who gonna spot the me Spanish town are win?
Yeah, man. Scotty girl, man. Scotty bossy, man.
All right, my brother. No respect and thanks.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. You're listening to the Colin Bell Show. We're coming to you live from the studios of Portland Spice TV right here inside of Port Antonio, Jamaica. And if you have ever been to Jamaica and never come to Portland, you have still not seen the most beautiful part of Jamaica. This is the most beautiful part of Jamaica, the parish of Portland, home of the Blue Lagoon, home of the Rio Grande, home of the Boston Beach and Boston Jerk. Yeah, man. So when you come to Portland, you have to make it to Boston, Sister Marcia. Yeah? You have to try Boston Jerk, Brother Water. Erica, good evening to you. All the people in the chat room at CaribbeanRadio.com. Check it out. Yeah, man. So, we are the Prime Minister.
I don't know where they get this idea or this notion that there are billions.
Shaka, start it from the top because we have another clip that we're going to play that came out of Saturday morning show. And this clip here is about the economy. So you would have heard a lot of people saying to the PNP, we'll not get money to do all the things we're going to say we're not going to do. And we have been saying to them that the discretionary portion of the budget is at the discretion of the government to spend that portion of the budget on what you want to spend it on. We asked Ralston the question Saturday morning. And we want to play his response. But let me just take the call before we play his response. Chris.
This is not more popular. I can't believe I'm on the Chris now finding out. No.
Hey, Colin.
Well, go on, Christopher.
How you doing, my friend?
I'm good enough, man. Talk to me.
Well, Colin, what I want to talk about is the last decade. And I'm sure you have heard that term before. It's used in the reference to the Japanese decade of no growth.
Yes.
In the 90s.
Yes.
Well, I want to talk about the education last decade, last 10 years.
Talk to me.
And Colin, we're going to reap the whirlwind, and we are reaping the whirlwind. When you have all these young people who have been undereducated, turned loose into the economy without skills, and now they have to turn to scamming or whatever else to survive, that's a lost decade. And there is nothing worse than a government that has failed to educate the next generation of people. I indict Andrew Holness
And there's no way you can wiggle out of this one because the metrics is there. If you only graduate in 18% of your youths who are capable of passing the exam to go on to university and so forth, you are failed.
19.2% this year. Let me give you the
You are
exact
failed.
figure.
That's a humongous failure of a government, and there's no way you can spin this. There's no way you can lie your way out of it because this have generational effect, Colin.
We must remind the people, we must remind the people that in 2015, 26% of the people who sat the CXC get 5 CXC, including maths and English. Now we are at 19.2%. It's a massive decline.
Colin, I cannot overstate what this has done to the society. And so I guess if your only interest is to have people work at the call center and pay them $3 an hour, and at the hotels and pay them $3 an hour, then you have, you really don't care if you have the kind of skills to now engage in AI and all these other things coming at us like a tornado. We're a sitting duck in a world that is evolving at a warp speed.
Yep.
Our kids are not prepared for what is coming their way, Colin. And so people are talking about this and that, but if you cannot educate the next generation of people, then where are we going?
Yeah, what's going to happen to us when we get old? Who is going to take care of us? How are we going to live?
Exactly.
If we don't prepare the next generation. It is our responsibility, to ensure continuity of the human race.
That's a great. You're a parent, Colin. I'm a parent. That is the greatest obligation we have as parents.
Yes,
is to make sure our kids can go forth and stand on their own and be productive people in the society. And I can only encourage everybody that is going out to vote. Don't vote your pocket. At the end of the day, that's what economy that produce will take care of itself. But vote issues like this, education and health, because these are the issues that underpin the society and the economy. And we have to get these things right. I'll go and step off. I'll talk to you later, my brother.
Blessings, Christopher, and thanks for the call. Pertinent intervention, serious questions. If we can't educate the next generation, where we're going. But we have a government who just talk. Just simply talk. So I was telling you a while ago about the discretionary portion in the budget. Listen to this exchange.
I don't know where they get this idea or this notion that there are billions of discretionary funds sitting around in government. That is not so. And it just shows their lack of understanding of the budget.
You heard Ralston?
Yeah, man.
No discretionary funds. Is that true?
Total nonsense. One thing I'll tell you. Larry Summers, former U.S. Federal Secretary, former chief economist at the World Bank, former head of President Obama's National Economic Commission, and President Emeritus of Harvard University. Yeah? He recently said a lot of people in the Trump administration couldn't pass his elementary class in economics at Harvard. And this minister looked like she won't fall into that category because what she said total nonsense. What the man must say? Simple, I want to talk with the people who can understand.
Yes.
After you pay the debt and you pay the public sector workers, whatever is left is discretionary income. Where the man must say, for them plan come to about $29 billion. So it can easily fit in the $260 billion of discretionary income because they're not going to spend the money foolishly like how they must spend the money. Simple.
So you are saying after public sector salaries
and the debt,
and
the two most important things. Yeah, everything
that is left to the discretion of the government.
Correct.
So they will spend it on the policies that they see as priority.
Yes, and then you see them discussion foolishly because they give 12.4 billion for buying votes. That are more than half of what the other man them would have used to fund them plan, which are more constructive and productive.
I don't know where they get.
Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. We're live on Caribbean Radio, 97.9 HD4. Go ahead.
Brother Bell, how are you, sir?
Hey, brother, my brother. Welcome.
Respect, maximum respect, sir.
Welcome.
Yes, man.
Talk to me.
Listen, yeah, I really want to appreciate the maturity, that I have witnessed, in this political season,
Yes.
Yeah, the bantering quite up to par, with what is expected, You might have some aggression here and there, word and mouth, but blows are not being, a part of the process, The violent aspect of it, has been done significantly, And I can appreciate that, and I'm sure you can appreciate it, and all of us can appreciate it.
Most definitely.
Yeah. There are attempts to frustrate the process, but those attempts that you have fallen victim to the greater sense of maturity,
Yes.
And I think that the political forces or the security forces must now stamp their class on law and order, and not to be seen as having preference for this party or that party. Remember, they are not subservient to the government. The government is rather subservient to the rule of law.
Yes.
Yeah. And they are the protectors.
But this
they are
is
here
a government.
to serve,
But remember, that we have a government who don't observe the laws of this land. You realize the Prime Minister called an election that he had no authority to call.
Definitely.
That election
I've seen
will not be held.
Definitely. Yeah. And time has caught up, with the ruling authority. Yeah. Time has caught up because if they could have done without calling an election, they would have. Yeah. Yes. Because you see that they are very intimidated, and putting the best out there. But they are very, very intimidated to the extent, of what they have been doing to frustrate, the order and the process, of their democracy. But to really signify the statement that has been made by Chris Campbell a while ago, I want to reiterate, and reinforce the statement. And it's a fundamental statement, which will have far-reaching implication to the future of this country, And you notice what has happened to this country 10 years, if I can say 10 years, 9 years climbing. Of development opportunity, have been lost. And it's going to be a hard task, to bring it back to where it should be in this time. At this time, we should be way ahead of where we are now, way ahead. So we have lost 10 years of development profile. We have lost 10 years of education, 10 years of proper health services, to begin with, 10 years of responding to our infrastructural defects, we have 10 years, to provide greater opportunities to our people to ascend and to make themselves more qualified and more relevant, to ourselves and our country and its development. We have lost all of that, and I would like someone to point out to me right now. And before I say this, I would like to know that the position of the opposition, not even opposition, the position of the People's National Party is one that they cannot renege that which they have put forward. I put it to you, Colin. They cannot renege on it,
We have to hold them accountable.
They cannot renege on.
We have to hold the government accountable.
They will be held. They will be held to the highest order of accountability in this time. Yeah.
Yes.
We are not going to stand by any longer, and see any administration from now on, doing anything otherwise than that which is fundamental to transformation. Yeah. So the root of education has to be primus. All out. To create an educational profile that gives the best opportunity to our people. To ascend. We cannot anymore allow the wasting of our people. When I pass through this country, district by district, the amount of people who are wasting, when I say wasting, illiterate, half literate, you get what I'm saying? Unemployed, barely scraping for existence, to the extent that many people have become comfortable with poverty.
Yeah.
Because they know listen to me. This is not just a psychological matter that just come about by reason of people not caring here or there. It's just what is, and we have to just go with it. No, this is an implantation. Yeah, I tell you, oftentimes the people are on assignment. They are on assignment to ensure that we, who they call the underclass, don't move from where they plant us.
Yeah,
and that is the plantation. They plant us on the plantation. Yeah, and they are ensuring you. Tell me and show the nation, show the world what over the last 9 years there is to show for 10 years worth of administration. I want anybody to tell me. Don't tell me about what them put out about their achievement. Tell me what they have done. I don't want you tell me nothing. I want you to show me what you have done. Yeah. What is there? No, when I talk, when I have a slight political kind of opinion, Colin. We are talking real time,
yes,
practical, meaningful, transformative plans or programs or projects that have been instituted in this country to create anything different from what we are seeing.
Or any institution that they have put in
place.
Or
institution, to ensure there is continuity, So, man, don't just patronize you, So because charity, philanthropy, and patronage is the order of the day. 22 billion just go under the earth in recent time. 22 billion go under the earth.
What about the 4 billion that was paid out for the census?
Well, climate, 22, 26, because we're talking about the 11 billion from Norman, man, another 12 billion or so, or 11 billion from Sangster. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. What, as we is there to show for it? Where it's gone? Let me talk about the $3 trillion, because this has been escaping, I don't hear it on the track, I don't hear it in all the discourse, and all the pronunciations, I don't hear these things coming out, Colin. I don't hear the People's National Party pronouncing these things.
$3 trillion has not been properly accounted for.
Brother,
has been missing from the discussion.
Listen to me. Don't you see this is a deliberate philosophical approach to deny people of the benefits of transformation? Yeah. It is deliberate,
Yeah, it is.
Nobody's not telling me that's not deliberate, yeah?
It is.
Everything otherwise than that which should be done. You can imagine $3 trillion could have turned Jamaica in one day.
But the budget for the year is $1.3 trillion, so we could have get almost three budget out of that.
And the last count was $3 trillion. The last count, brother. That was last year or 2 years ago. It was $3 trillion. How much is it now? This is not a joke thing, unless we put these people into permanent isolation. Nothing will happen in Jamaica. Because if there was an opportunity for them to return to power, then Jamaica could, be called a memorial.
Yeah. You get
what I'm saying to you?
We normally call it?
Well, it is what it is, Arms house, cemetery,
Yeah. Rough, but guess what? The people have an opportunity now to speak. Will they speak?
Colin, there is no possibility for the current to be the potential. There is none. Yeah? There is no opportunity, there's no possibility that exists in the universe or the multiverse,
that
can deny the future, the present. You get what I'm saying? All right, let me simplify it, because people tell me why I'm talking, brother. Yeah? There is no opportunity for the current regime
to be the future regime.
To be the future regime.
Yeah, man.
There is no, there is absolutely, There is absolutely no possibility it not exists. If it exists, then the world has passed.
Wow.
The world has passed.
Mystical.
Listen to me. If it happens, the world you can wake up in the spirit tomorrow, brother. Wake
kiss
up in the
world
spirit
goodbye.
because there's no opportunity. Yeah.
So we can kiss the world goodbye if that happens.
The Bible says before my word pass away, heaven and earth will pass away. You know, so I'm stop the argument right there, so brother.
Mystically, happy to hear from you, my brother. Happy to hear
Blessed,
from you.
man.
One love.
One love.
That's the mystical man. Talking up the things then. Yeah, man. You're listening to Caribbean Radio. 97.9 HD4. Caribbean Radio. We are on the Alexa app. www.caribbeanradio. Yeah, man. Check us out. And I want to remind you to check out my YouTube channel, Portland Spice TV at YouTube. Go over there now. Give me a subscription. Give me a like. Give me a share. We're also, our TikTok page is Shaka Fame. SHACKAFAME. That's SHACKAFAME. We are also on TikTok. Check me out. But of course, every Tuesday and Wednesday, we come to you live, Drive Time Radio, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. in Florida, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. right here in Jamaica. Did I say 5 to 7 in Florida? Yes. Drive Time Radio, Caribbean Radio, 97.9 HD4. Music, talk, and so much more. Caribbean Radio. Check it out, man. May I tell you? So, Jamaica is in the midst of a parliamentary election campaign. And the campaign is revving up. The PNP has launched their manifesto. They did that last week, Tuesday, 8 days ago. And the ruling Jamaica Labour Party they are not in government anymore. But the Jamaica Labour Party, who called the election officially, I dare say, have not yet released a manifesto. And we know that they never have one. I guess they might already trying to put something together now. Because we remember the chairman of the Jamaica Labour Party, Bobby Montague, said on a public platform, labor rights who have ideas come with them so we can put them in the manifesto. And we've been telling you that the Andrew Holness-led administration is an administration that is visually bankrupt. They have no vision, no plans to grow this country, no plans for economic growth that the country so desperately need. And I'm saying to the PNP that going in there, you must grow the country by 5% constantly. Minimum of 3% constant growth, that we can get to a place where our people can have a better life. Because you've been saying time come, and you are saying that time come for a better life. Because we hear people ask time come for what? Time come for a better life. Time come to end corruption. Time come for a government with transparency, accountability. So the debates will be on. One will be on Saturday night. And I'm going to tell you who in the debate them. Welcome to Caribbean Radio 97.9 HD4. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. You know, so we need to have a big forum with some financialists to tell them state and country before this election.
Nobody not there better than Ralston, man. May I tell you that?
Right, but we not do it public. We need to have a forum like how we have a launch for the week where we just buy some year time and sit down and make them know all our debt, who all our borrow, all our things. Because you see, this man just come and tell you how physical prudence the country is, right? And you know, animal using big mouth and in loud mouth and agree what. So we need to have a group where sit down with some big finance and tell them World Bank and everybody where we borrow from and how much we borrow, man.
Because those are out there, my brother. We do it on this. We do it on the station regularly, you know.
I know a public can deal with it. We will follow politics, no. But yeah, what people feel like, say, I chew him attack.
So we have to get these things out there. We have to
Right,
get
that's
why you have to tell people about programs like these, make them come watch it and learn.
Remember this man tell you, say, when you come and meet, now come anywhere in there, your duty, have to go back in your community and sit and spread where him say, Him not send you to a data, Him not send you to no article. Him a tell him a free me. And tell us, they go tell them that. So we need something public where we have a big forum with some people, some financialists where people listen to. See, we want them come out with the World Bank report, IDDR, where they want a report. FinSAC, how much all of them the money we borrow. As far as me understand, over 300 billion we borrow since them become government.
Yeah, man, we've been borrowing. Same way.
This
year, to finance this year's budget, we're borrowing $150 billion.
And we are telling people that we not borrow all the bus. The bus are not even for we, The bus are for Stuart Motors, Right?
No.
Stuart Motors go borrow them money.
The bus are for we are our money. The man them say $1.4 billion out of our money by them, brother.
Me not talk your old bus.
Which bus you attack?
The 73 new bus was Stuart Motors.
No, man, our taxpayers' money buy them, man. Stuart, we buy them through them. Our money buy it, see, we our bus them, and a Stuart's bus. My bus and your bus, brother.
And the first set we come in with the Chinese flag pan, how a man put him flag pan your things?
Our bus them, no, him make it, him put him logo pan it, say him make it, brother.
No, man, then look when the other country, they used to make your product of, they write product of Belgium or whatsoever, they never used to put them flag pan with things.
Me never see that still, so I don't know. But them make it, so guess what? We can't scream over that.
In next point when me want, you remember what day when Andrew I go get the head of the Caribbean something they were
don't Montego Bay, the chairman of the chairman of CARICOM.
Yeah, you ever listen to Buckley's speech in down there?
I did, but I don't know what jump out at me.
Listen it again and see if I'm not definitely Andrew in my talk.
Where is the match leader beat Andrew?
Yeah, and I know one time, me this one next clip last night with one African blogger, and when you look at Andrew, he might tell you about corruption in the Caribbean. Right,
yeah,
and he might tell you, man.
But when we tell people
about
that...
people who make law, he might tell you about people who make laws. We not go fit them. You know the one down a Montego Bay. Listen it over again. And see where you get out of it.
All right, sir. Me go listen to again and see where me get out of it.
Yeah, man. All right.
Blessings, my brother. Blessings. The people, the buses are ours. Our taxpayers' money buy the buses. And we're going to have to maintain them and service them. We see one of the bus where some people have said the bus can't reverse. It is a sad day in Jamaica. A very sad day. And like we get some gifts. And somebody has said, Rattigan saying buy one of the bus for $1. Many people in Jamaica have no idea of what is going on in Jamaica. Makes you sad talking and listening to those country folks. It's not just country folks. I hear Bounty Killer say, at the die-hearted labor right them cause it. Yeah. But my people, we have to start, those of us who are seeing what is happening, have to start show the other people them. Because sometimes when a man wants to believe something and hear it, him believe it. Hear? When you want to believe something and you just hear it come out of a man's mouth, that you have to believe quick. Because labor rights want to believe that their government is doing good. And even when they must suffer, and just say, no, man, and do good. But that mix me up. Somebody I know I said Ratty got it for free. You want to hear that Andrew is not under investigation. So the slightest thing you hear, like say, the investigation closed. That is what some people want to believe. Well, I am saying to you that we all need to be objective. Look at the thing like I know your party in a power and say, how would I respond if Michael Phillips had used $1.4 billion to buy 110 old bus, then even put on top of that, I can tell you, say, the best thing, the single best thing. But you see, God not easy, you know. God said, let the wheat and tears grow till the day of harvest. And He allow the GLP to go out there. Because when you look at this whole thing, suppose them did go out there and buy 100 new bus. But they couldn't say nothing. Nobody couldn't say nothing. But me tell you earlier about when greed take over people. They couldn't just look at the schoolers and say, listen, we're going to buy 100 new bus. The first thing them look upon is how much money we can make off of this. That is the first thing that them look at. Boy, the PNP roll out the ride program. We have to do something. But they couldn't just say, make we do something for the children. They go so boom. And say, how much money we can make off of this. And they went for a killing, raping the Jamaican economy one more time. It's sad. But how can we continue to support a prime minister who don't understand the constitution of the country? And obviously don't seek guidance. Because when the prime minister called an election for the Civil Rights Garden division, before the municipal corporation get the resignation and the mayor acting upon it, prime minister, you need to stop them errors, them unforced error you make. Showing your lack of competence. You have to stop. You have to come down. So what about the debates? I want to go to the debates because they said that in the meeting, the PNP object to certain journalists. And it's not the first that a political party is objecting to journalists being on the panel of questioners and moderator for the national debates. So there will be 3 national debates in the campaign. One debate, which is a team debate on social issues. And for the first time, we're going to be having a team debate on the economy. And the final debate between the leaders, Mark Golding versus Andrew Wilness. So the first debate is going to be Saturday night. For the GLP side, Pernell Charles Jr., Matthew Samuda, and Kamina Johnson-Smith. On the PNP side, Damian Crawford, Raymond Price, and Sophia Fraser-Binns. The second debate on the economy, on the GLP side, Favour Williams, Christopher Tufton, Dana Morris Dixon. On the PNP side, Julian Robinson, Peter Bunting, and Keisha Anderson. 3 debates, and of course, the final debate is Andrew Holness versus Mark Golding, the leadership debate. I am excited. I love the debates. I watch the debates. And I want my side to win in the debate. I want my side win everything from now. Everything. Yeah. I also believe that there should be local debates between the local candidates in every constituency. I don't know if that is going to happen. I am going to do my part. Yeah. See if we can get 1 or 2 in Portland, 1 in East and 1 in West. Debate the issues, your plans for the people. Yeah, man. If you're just joining us, my name is Colin Bell. This is the Colin Bell Show. We're live on Caribbean Radio, 97.9 HD4, all across Florida. Check us out. We are on the Brother Geary Radio. We are on the Caribbean Radio app. Caribbean Radio HD on Alexa. So you can check us out. And I remind you to give me a subscription now for my YouTube channel, Portland Spice TV at YouTube. Or give me a follow up on my TikTok page, Shaka Fame. The Shaka spell SHAKAFAME. Who will put up the money for the debate? Well, I guess the debate will be sponsored by Corporate Jamaica. Will be sponsoring the debate. Isaac and Anne-Marie should hold a debate. Yes, Auntie Elaine, I believe that each parish should require a debate. Something that we need to look at when we're looking at constitutional reform. So, me see one idiot. And then, I think me hear Emily saying that we can't increase the senators. And I see one idiot repost it. What do you mean we can't increase the senators? It might take constitutional reform. But aren't we looking at constitutional reform? What is wrong with these people who are supposed to be learned? Eh? We're looking at constitutional reform. So these are some of the things that we are going to put in the Constitution. That Rastafarians will get a seat at the table in the Senate. And the Maroons will get seat at the table in the Senate. What is wrong with that? We know Labour right now like Rasta still. And then me see one Rasta obsessed with Beanie Man Belly. Nuts. You see the Rasta man we obsessed with Beanie Man Belly? Me don't know how Rasta can be Labour right. Buster Mantis say, get all Rasta. If Barnett Street can't hold them, the cemetery will hold them. The GLP anthem, Partite say, remember Buster Manti, he serve you well. How can a Rasta man sing that anthem? Rasta, dreadlocks, you are rascal and dreadfox and does not know your roots. You need to know your history. Did you address Cliff Hughes that accused the PNP? Let me tell you something. I not address certain people, you know, because certain people, you see, just like how you expect certain things to talk on a political platform, over that place they down at Bradley is a political platform. Straight political platform. And the worst thing about it is that they claim neutrality. Like them neutral. Them not neutral. But even to the PNP objection, I see George Davis is still the moderator of, I think, the second debate. Yeah, I think he's still the moderator of the second debate. So he still get a piece. Yes, the number to call, 876-804-7072. That's 876-804-7072. You can call me straight or you can call me on WhatsApp. Or the Caribbean Radio overseas line is 305-654-7944. That's 305-654-7944. The Prime Minister speaks of fiscal recklessness. Fiscal recklessness. Andrew, the most fiscally irresponsible period in Jamaica. Sir, was under you, Bruce Golding and Audley Shaw administration. There has never been a time in Jamaica when we were kicked out of the international market. The IMF expelled Jamaica. World Bank wouldn't lend us no money. EU wouldn't lend us no money. We were locked out of the international market when Bruce Golding was Prime Minister, Audley Shaw was Minister of Finance, and Andrew Holness was Education Minister and House Leader for the GLP. So how you accuse anybody of fiscal irresponsible or fiscal recklessness? Andrew, you are junk. You are junk and power, sir. Crawford asked her who made the rum. But I know the rum, Crawford. It's not the rum. These guys are junk. They are power junk. Yeah? Power junk. And then they accuse the PNP of arrogance because the PNP object to some journalists. Like them never object to some too. They objected to some. So, tomorrow evening, we're going to play that clip where the Prime Minister talks, said politicians don't have the option to decide who question them. So, Mr. Prime Minister, I, as a broadcaster in my own rights, have some questions for you, sir. I would really, really love to ask you some questions. So, I don't have the number for you, Prime Minister. But me have a number for Marlon Morgan, who's one of the communication man. I am going to call Marlon Morgan to sort out an interview with Prime Minister Andrew Holness. Yeah, man, Wagwan.
Wagwan, what are you doing? Me there, man. You good?
Yes, man, we're there here. Talk to me.
Hear me, I say now. We call campaign of Guan. We don't know how no campaign for 28 bank account and bus. We don't know campaign for NHF money in a SSL, agriculture money in a SSL. And they don't have the campaign for the Shaka.
No, but then we're supposed to get back the money there, you know. We're supposed to get back the money there. It was said that those monies were safe. So maybe the questions need to ask and we need to do some verification if those agencies have gotten back their funds.
Right? But you know, if they come back in a power, we now get back that. That will disappear now. That will disappear now. Tala. Then they now come back, you know. Then they gone in a holy guard pocket, you know.
Oh, yes.
Right? Yo, brother, I'm just not only down there, I'm trying to come out with a victory. I like what I see so far still. I tell you the truth, I love it.
Then come vote, no man, you know, come vote.
Why me I tell you, I wish, brother, trust me that you never know. It hurt me heart. But you never know, Shaka. But no worry, man. Everything I go bingo.
All right.
Good luck here, sir. All the best, my brother. Yeah.
Thank you, man. Big up yourself. Thanks for the call. 876-804-7072. 305-654-7944. Those are the numbers to call. We are live on Caribbean Radio 97.9 HD4. And HD is the new FM now, you know. So FM kind of get obsolete. HD I get a better quality. And of course, West Palm Beach, good evening to you. Good evening, Miramar. Big up on yourself. We're in the place. My name is Colin Bell, and this is the Colin Bell Show. So, we are looking forward to a new day. Because if for 10 years you have failed to grow the economy by over 2%, we need more than that. We need 5% growth. We need proper investment in agriculture. We need investment in the culture and the creative industry. And I want to talk to you now about the culture and the creative industry. You know. Because I have a video out on TikTok with me talking about the possibilities of earning $30 billion from the culture and the creative industry annually. And somebody asked a question if that's not bigger than the Jamaican economy. Yeah. About 3 times. Almost 3 times bigger than the budget each year. But what does that mean? Does that mean we can't make it? It's impossible. Jamaica, as a creative space, we are punching way above our weight. Now, if the industry is valued at $3 trillion US annually, all I'm saying, if we do the right things and put the proper infrastructure in place, we can earn 1% of that 3 trillion. Just 1%. 1% of the 3 trillion is 30 billion. Now, let me tell you some countries who are earning heavily. America, the United States of America, earns over $700 billion, almost $1 trillion, annually from the culture and the creative industry. The UK, England, they are earning 125 billion pounds annually. India, they are earning $120 billion annually. Nigeria, they are earning $50 billion. Mexico, they are earning $15 billion annually from the culture and the creative industry. But when you look at them, you see what they are doing. That's why I tell you that we in the PNP, we are visionaries. And we twisty and do some little something. Jamaica has given the world 2 of the top music genres, reggae and dancehall. You have a country like South Korea who have created that music to put the country and the world and to drive economic growth, a music called K-pop. And it is doing well. They are making crazy money from the culture and the creative industry. We have the music already. It's like you have the land. We have the land. We just need to go farm. So these money will come from the exporting of our culture. Because what Jamaica needs to do is to transform this rich culture that we have into package it into entertainment and export it. What we need to bring more foreign exchange to Jamaica is more export. So we need to start exporting culture. The day Jamaica and Nigeria you want to team up to do a movie will be a big win. You see, freedom, those are just some of the things. Those are just some of the things that we need to do. I mean, Paramount came here and do the Bob Marley One Love movie. It made over 170 million US dollars. But the James Bond movie that was filmed, most of it, not even more, a part of it was filmed in Jamaica, has made over $700 million. We see Vybz Kartel come out of prison. And right now, Vybz Kartel make more money already than what Jamaica make last year out of the culture and the creative industry. For the whole year, Vybz Kartel alone make more money than what we make out of the industry. And gone America gone live. I am ready to sit down and tell you now. And that's why when Dana Morris Dixon said the PNP manifesto AI generated, I laugh off her because I am not AI. But the party leader tell you now, the manifesto is all human intelligence, not artificial intelligence. Human intelligence. It's HI, Dana. not AI. Foreign DJ come here and doing good. Why can't we? You see, I have been preaching this for years, that our past leaders and present do not understand the culture and the creative industry. And the Prime Minister admits it. Prime Minister admits it. The Prime Minister said that, you know, they'll be ready as a government and willing to pump more money into the culture and the creative industry. But you have to know how we'll get back that money when you pump it in there. That tells me squarely that the Prime Minister don't understand it. And therefore, the country needs a change. Country needs people who understand these things. Because this is what we are good at. It is what we have. It is what we have. What we are good at. So therefore, we must use our strength to earn. Use that to our advantage. But then you need people with the knowledge, the vision, and the passion to really ensure that these things happen. So, it is all about good ideas. It's all about the vision. And I dare say, Marie, that this GLP administration does not possess the ideas. And that is why, you know, the promised growth of 5% could not materialize. Okay, you can't just promise growth and think it's going to happen. You have to be deliberate about it. You have to make it happen. So if you don't have ideas, if you don't have plans on how you was going to grow the economy, the 5 in 4 couldn't did happen. I mean, the base of the economy in 2016 looked so good that Michael Leachin put him reputation on it. A man like Leachin put him reputation at stake with politicians. But it was because of the foundation. And now Andrew Holness is saying that the foundation was not good. Let me take a call. Hello, good evening.
Hello, Mr. Bell.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening. Go ahead.
Good evening. How you doing?
I'm fine, thanks.
As I'm at work, but I still away a call. I hear you say you don't know how Rastaman the GLP. I don't know because you know see I want Rastaman losing life over a chicken.
You're serious?
Is a Rastaman losing life over the chicken?
But them say I never the GLP office it up.
It because they are lying.
Oh? Oh, you know so
because they are lying. The lady just want to cover up something because I saw the video and Ben Lawson show.
Well, them say it was close to the office, but not at the office.
But whether it's at the office or what, is the chicken?
Is the chicken?
Is the baby chick? Is the baby chick? Anyway, big up Isaac and big up Portland. I'm here Portland, you know.
This sound like Jacinth.
No.
No. All right. Big up yourself.
No,
Thanks for the call.
I'm not Jacinth.
All right. Good. Thanks
I'm
for the call.
right in the Art of Prospect.
You know the Art of Prospect.
Johnstone Road.
Okay.
Right. Johnstone Road. Actually, go one of them places there for me.
All right, man. I know all of them places there. I might place them too. Big up yourself.
All righty.
Blessings. Yes, my listeners. Yeah, man. It has been a good evening. We didn't carry on a guest this evening because there's so much on the plate this evening. So many things on the plate. And there's another thing, you know, when we need to play, you know. Because when me tell them say these people are drunk, these people are really drunk. So you hear me talking about AI. You hear me talking about AI. Here's the AI. Well, I have to save some of them for tomorrow. But I warning the people of Jamaica. This government has parted with the rent money. They have squandered $12.4 billion of your money, of my money. Me get $20,000 out of it. Ask me when me do with it, I don't know. Ask anybody who get that $20,000 from the government, where them do with it.
Jamaicans do not want a government that will party with the rent money.
You hear? Jamaicans do not want a government that have partied with the rent money, because this government already party. And that didn't give you the $20,000 for go do. Go party, buy here, buy nails, drink rum, smoke weed. $20,000. Buy flour and rice and chicken. While you could have invested that money, some in agriculture, some in renewable energy, some in the culture and the creative industry, and see returns from it. You can't pay teachers now. And I did the calculation. If you gave the teachers a 3.5% raise, it would cost us about $3.5 billion more annually. $12.4 billion. We could have paid for 3 years out of the money that you have given away. That is what the Jamaican people don't want.
Jamaicans do not want a government that will party with the rent money as the implied budget.
We don't want a government who party with the rent money. It's like you can't pay your light bill and your water rate, but when you get pay and come home, you give every one of the picnic them a $5 grand. And the rent can't pay. The light bill can't pay. The water can't pay. You can't run a government that way. Can't run a household that way. So you are right, anti-favor. We don't want a government.
The opposition. Jamaicans do not want a government that will party with the rent money.
No, we don't want to party with the rent money. We want to pay the rent, and if we have a little leave, we invest it. We have to invest. We are not at the stage where we're giving out sweet yet. No, we're not at that stage yet. And therefore, we have to say to this government, time come. It's been a great show. I want to thank everybody for being with us this evening. Thanks to all the people in the chat room. One love. Big up on yourself. May the good Lord continue to bless and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his light and give you his peace. Until we meet again tomorrow evening, Colin Bell saying, peace. Nuts?